Well, hello, DirtFish Rally friends, and welcome to the last round of this year's WRC. It's the Rally di Monza, but not the Rally di Monza as we know it. As you know, it's a traditional end-of-year, rally fest in the city of Monza, which is right next door to Milan, and it really is normally a circuit-based, just an absolute extravaganza of rallying. Quite different this year. We still have those stages on the circuit, but where we are right now, just above the village of Silvino, this is where it's all going to happen. Saturday is the big day here. We have 6 stages, 3 repeated, round about 127 kilometres in total. And we've got all this white stuff. This is where it's going to get really, really interesting. I'll tell you a little bit about the stages in a minute, but let me fill you in on what we're expecting with the weather. It is still a little bit uncertain, but what is certain is that we're going to get some more snow. For this village itself, they're forecasting the snow to start basically midnight on Thursday, which is midnight tonight, and go all the way through Friday. Now, as it stands, we might get a bit of rain into Saturday, but when that rain comes, well, we're not sure. But the amount of snow that they're forecasting is actually quite substantial. So, as you can see, there's still some snow here. There is more further up the hill. We've got another, about 300 metres or so in terms of altitude to climb before we get to the top of the stage. There is plenty of snow, and there will be plenty of snow on Saturday. It will make it very, very tricky, very testing indeed. When that rain comes, how much rain, how much more snow we might get on Saturday, because, as I say, this is the opening stage. The third stage in the loop, well, that climbs to 1,300 metres. In old money, over 4,000 feet. So if it's snowing here, or even sleeting, raining here, it will almost certainly be snowing up on that final stage in the loop. It is a changing forecast. It is a fascinating forecast. It's quite a scary forecast as well, because remember, we do have snow tyres. The snow tyres will work reasonably well. Look at the roads here. If we can just have a look at the roads. Nice tarmac, but it's very cold. The snow will accumulate very quickly here. What will happen with that snow? Well, there are no studs. What do studs do? Studs in the snow tyres, they give you grip. They break the ice up as well. With the snow tyres, all that happens if you have accumulation of snow is that that snow will start to polish and polish and polish, and it will become incredibly slippery if, as we expect, we have an accumulation of snow up here on Saturday. It is going to be enormously challenging. Nothing is to be taken for granted in terms of the result here. The drivers will have to absolutely be at their best. You know, these are conditions that they haven't really seen before, not with the setup they've got, not with the tyres they've got, on brand new roads that they don't know. But talking about those roads, can we compare them to? Well, we can very much compare them to Monte Carlo. This stage 7, and actually stage 9, the last stage in the loop, a series of hairpins, 12, 13 hairpins to start this stage. And stage 9, well, it's towards the end of the stage, you have that series of hairpins. Very Monte Carlo-esque. There are other sections that remind you a little bit of Corsica. It's quite bumpy, it's quite broken. And there are other sections that are really fast. Not quite Spain fast, but really, really fast indeed. So it's absolutely beautiful up here. It's changing. It's familiar to the drivers. But at the same time, it's unfamiliar in that no one's really been on these stages before. There are a number of drivers within the field that have done Italian rallying. These are kind of newish stages. There's one stage that's brand new. There's another stage that's a couple of stages put together. I'm not actually sure that any of our drivers have much experience at all on these stages. Now, what's the other big thing we have to remind ourselves of? That this white stuff, this snow and the roads, well, we've got to think back to the Recce day. And we all saw those videos from Recce, didn't we? Where the drivers were coming through and there was thick snow. What does snow do on the Recce? Well, it blurs the edges. Defining the lines is very, very difficult. Making precise notes is very difficult when the road is completely covered in snow. You don't know where the edge is. It quite often hides the hazards. Jeopardy is out there hidden underneath the white snow. That, coupled with the weather forecast, and again coupled with the fact that these drivers are in the majority new to these stages, well, anything could happen. Absolutely anything could happen come Saturday. So, yeah, you know, we're going to have a fascinating day on Friday around the circuit. Saturday, though, is the big day here at the Rally of Monza. I don't know what the weather's going to do, but what I do know is that it will snow for some time on Friday. Will it continue into Saturday? Well, stick with DirtFish, because we're going to be right here, with almost an hourly update on the weather conditions. Isn't that right, cameraman? We're getting up in the middle of the night to check on the weather conditions. He is anyway. Folks, stick with us. DirtFish.com for all the rally updates. Perhaps more importantly, all the weather updates from the Rally di Monza.